This is our second episode, and we are super excited to be here again. So, welcome to Against All Odds, right? And so today we have Tonie with us, and I'm so excited to bring Tonie here so you can learn so much more and we can understand who Tonie is. Because, in my opinion, I feel like what we see is not who Tonie really is. And I just wanted everyone to understand that Tonie has beat many odds. So Against All Odds likes to welcome Tonie. Welcome, Tonie.
Hey, how you guys?
I'm good. You look good.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, Calandra. I'm glad
Always
for the
picking on
opportunity.
yourself. But you look amazing.
I'm the hardest person on me.
And that's good and bad. But you know, I wouldn't lie to you. I'll be like, nah. But you look amazing.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You know, last minute calls and you came straight on through. And for whatever reason, you've just consistently been on my mind when it comes to projects because I know I'm a part of, you are a part of what God has for me, and I am a part of what God has for you.
Thank you.
So we play a part in each other's lives. So I'm grateful for you. So I want to say that.
Thank you. I'm grateful for you also.
So yeah.
Thank God for you.
So let's take it back to the beginning. Who is Tonie?
Tonie is me. Like, I'm honestly, the last couple of months, I don't even really, since my cousin died, I really just been trying to get back on track with everything. But I'm me. Like, I'm.
So can I tell you who I see?
Huh?
What I see on Instagram is one thing. And then when I talk to you and we have conversations, I see a loving person, someone who loves God, a prayer warrior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was amazed. You know, not that you couldn't be a prayer warrior. I was just never saw that part of who you are, you know, a loving person.
My presentation is it varies from who's my audience, like who I'm entertaining at the time. Like, if I'm being bogarted with ignorance, then I'm going to give ignorance. But if I see somebody that's really listening to me, then I'm going to give them what they're looking for.
Okay. I could take that, a chameleon. You change and be who you need to be in and at that
I'm flexible.
time. So, yeah. But who do you want people to see?
I want people to see me without all the hurt, without all the blemishes and scars. And
Hold up, wait. Nah, let's be real. Then that's not you. Like, I have done a lot of shit in my life. A lot that I am not proud of, but all of that makes me who I am. So the blemishes is what adds the character to Calandra. So we don't want you without blemishes. That would make you Jesus Christ, and there is none other.
that is true, but along the way, gathering those scars and all that pain, it changes you as a person to your heart. Because a lot of people might say that I have not been acting like me lately. You know, just with everything that I've been going through. I feel like the experiences you go through change you as a person.
They do. They do.
So I feel like the person that I was, I'm not the person that I am. I still have the same heart, but through those experiences, it's changed the way I handle certain situations with people.
And see, that's one of the reasons why I want to work with you. I see greatness. You see flaws. And I see journey. And you see blemishes. And you want perfection. And I want authenticity. Somebody is going to identify with who you are right now in this moment, not who you aspire to be. In 5 years, you'll be that person. But right now, today, you have to embrace who you are. And it's okay because we love you just like you are. You know what I'm saying? And I need you right now. If you take nothing else from this episode, nothing else from me ever again in life, embrace who you are. And love yourself. See, when people see you loving yourself and confident in yourself, they have no choice but to either flee from by you or they're gonna reciprocate. But it's especially the snakes, the backstabbers, and the people who don't mean you any good. They can sense
when you love
insecurities.
Yourself. Yeah, they can sense when you love yourself, and they can sense insecurities, and they will play on it.
Right. So, love Tonie.
That's the reason I've been expressing myself the way I have, because I feel like when I give love, I attract all the wrong people. When I love the way I love. But I've been trying to change it lately. Like, I don't want to become mean at heart or become cold-hearted, but I've been giving off the type of aura that you don't want. Either you're going to come genuine, I'm not going to go play with her.
So what have I been telling you since I met you? Change your village. Change your circle. You're around people don't have shit to lose.
Right.
So they don't give a damn if you lose everything that you have and that what you are building. But when you change your circle and you get around people who love you genuinely and have things to lose, like people say, oh, he got out the hood. Damn right, get out the hood. Go back to the hood and you give
Lose
back to the
everything you
hood.
got.
But I don't have to live in the hood to be around those people who may potentially damage me.
Yeah.
And
Or take you.
self-preservation is necessary.
In 2024, literally kill you, or you either kill somebody and lose everything you got.
Exactly. So, and I told you this when we first talked, right? You need to change your circle. You need to change your village, because there is a village and there's a circle out there willing to support and love you and do whatever it is, reciprocation on all levels, right? There is a group of people out there willing to pray with you.
Right.
There's a group of people out there willing to hold you accountable. You know, real friends would not allow you to have certain type of behaviors. Like, no, we're not doing
Or
that.
bring certain types of behaviors out of you when they know how you're going to react.
Not in public. Because me and my friends, we bring it out. But it's a private discussion.
Right.
You know? And then we address it and move on. So, yeah. That's what I want. I want from you.
Yeah, so honestly, lately, I've been really trying to get back to me. Just, you know, the enemy will play with your identity to where you don't know who you is. Like, that's like where I'm at now. But I need people like you in my ear, and my friend who I talked to yesterday. We had a long talk, and we was just talking. I was like, I needed to hear that, because on a daily basis, I hear everything the opposite of what you sitting here telling me. And I've been needing to be reminded, this is who you are, Tonie. And I lost track of myself within the last year. But I have within the last week or two, since I've been back into contact with you and stuff, I've been trying to get myself back into the mental of who I am.
Yeah, I'm going to constantly remind you, to the point where they call it at the daycare, they say, you really brainwash those kids. I am Black excellence. I am a daughter of the king. I am royalty. I teach that to my kids, and they really believe it, because they really are. And so you stick around us in this village, and against all odds, you will be brainwashed too, to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? And to love and embrace who you are. I don't like who I am every day 100% of the time, but I accept it and I'm okay with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Everybody knows Tonie. How did you become this social media phenomenon? Like, everybody was calling your name. Did you see sharing, liking, sharing, tagging?
I became me by just being myself. By just being my authentic self, staying what comes to my mind. Like, and when people ask me that, that's basically what I tell them. Like, they'll ask me, oh, what is your platform based around? Or what are you known for? I'm just known for being myself. And a lot of people find that attractive, because in today's time, you don't get that a lot.
Correct.
And I've had ups, I've had downs. And in those times, I never changed. I've always was me. I've had materials to where I couldn't count them. I've been broke. But my attitude towards people and the way I treated them, it never changed. And people is attracted to that about me. So when they ask me, oh, what are you known for? They want me to put my finger on one thing. I'm known for a lot. I have done a lot. I've done a lot in my community.
Let's talk about that.
I've gave back. I've paid bills for single parents. You know, I've gave away for school. I've done all that.
And see, some people may not know that.
Right.
So it's not bragging. It's
not bragging.
So let's speak. Let's talk about it. Let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah.
So you do give back to your community.
Yeah, I've done all that over the years. You know, I have accolades stacked up for miles that I've done. But like I say, in the last year or something, I've been going through some ups and downs, struggling with my identity, trying to figure out what it is that God want me to do and how He want me to do it. And just the word He gave me was just stay still. Like, just stay still. I've chased the money. I've chased the fame. I chased the success. I did that for years. He told me to just stay still. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm in my season of sitting still, and what the Lord has for me, it's going to come to me.
Okay, so now can we have a real transparent conversation right here? So there are people out there who will say, okay, you're a transgender man, and talking about God. So let's talk about it. Because some people think the two can't
Go together.
exist.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like they want to put you in this particular box and say, well, if you're one way, then you can't love God or you can't pray to God. And for me, and correct me because I'm not you, but correct me if I'm wrong, that's like when I used to smoke my Cool Filter Kings, right?
Yeah.
I still loved God. I would pray while I'm smoking, God, please take this away from me. But I still loved God while I was smoking the Cool Filter Kings and the South Pack, baby.
That's because it's your spirit your spirit that's hungering for God. And I tell people when they ask me that, because it's not the first time I run across that question a lot. My thing is, I worship in spirit, and when I communicate with God, I communicate with Him in spirit. Me personally, I don't think the Lord see me in the natural. I think He see what He created, and this body is not what He created. It's just a tent for me. So when I go out my way for years trying to change and be somebody different, and it never changed, that's just in the natural. In the spirit, it's something totally different. So, and I can't have that conversation with a person who's not spiritual because they won't understand it.
And I think that's where we kind of connected when we first had our What were your thoughts when I called you just out of the blue and I'm like, hey, I want to talk to you. I feel like I can help you get to this and get to that. What were your thoughts? How your first impression of me? What did you think?
My thought was, God is DC. Because like I said, I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stuff. And it done came and it done went. And I just, the Lord gave me peace with it. It's not your time yet. It's not your time yet. So when you call, I basically took the opportunity like I would do any other opportunity. But me and you also connected on another level to whereas, even outside of business, I could still see you being somebody I could call for,
Correct.
direction or anything. So it was more so a connection. Outside of this, I feel like I connected with you on another level. But I hope and pray that this go where I want it to go and get as big as I want it to be. But even if it don't, you are a beautiful person. Your spirit is beautiful. I'm grateful for having you.
Thank you. So how do you identify? So let's be clear. So when they come in the comments, we can be very clear about that. How do you identify?
Identify as she.
She. Okay. So Tonie, she. So when you get up in there in the comments, she said, okay. So at what point in your life?
Oh, they know for to do that because they know it'll be a wall scene if they say he. Like the past.
Correct. And know that some people will intentionally do that.
Just to get under my skin.
Just get under your skin, let them stay. Let them burrow all under the skin. And it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you will be bigger. You are bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And that is what I want you to see who I see.
I want to see what you see. I do.
I want you to see what I see. And
when I talk to you, like, we'll lose touch and don't talk. It's like when I talk to you, it's the same. It's the same I'm hearing every time. It's like, well, God, I want to see myself the way Calandra see myself. Because when I talk to you, you make me believe I could do it. Like earlier, when I woke up sick, I had just gave up. I was like, you know what? I know how this day about to go. I'm not even worried about it. Let me just call her and tell her I'm not feeling good. We're not going to do it. But I called you. And something just told me to get up. Something just told me, you going to give up that easy? Just, just get up. And so when I called you back the second time, I was still in the bed. And the Holy Ghost just said, just get up, just try. So I got up. And I put effort into it. I said, but Lord, when I get up there and I start talking to my voice, by the time I went and got my nails and stuff did and got my makeup did, baby, it had to work this stuff out. And I'm able to verbalize now.
Because this morning, woo,
I
child.
couldn't get the word out.
Yeah. Because I was concerned. I was like, okay, I think you need to, and now, no signs of that. So that's great. So it could have just been a deterrent.
I want to overcome the self-doubt. And being around people who talk like you, I feel like it'll shed.
Yeah. I want to ask you, so we digging deeper. At what point did Tonie know that Tonie was different from what everyone else saw? So when your mom dressed you, she dressed the little boy, but you felt differently. So at what point in your life did you start feeling like, I don't feel like my mom and what my dad and my sister and brothers think I should be, my teacher,
For me personally, I think I knew I liked. I didn't know I was wanted to be transgender, but I knew I liked the boys in kindergarten.
At 5? Okay, so now, how at 5 do you know?
I wouldn't say that I knew I was. I wouldn't say that. I just knew I was. I wanted to be around boys more than I wanted to be around girls.
Oh,
I was
really?
attracted to. I feel like at 5 years old, if you like. Well, I don't know. I know me personally. I think I liked the boy. I liked the boys in kindergarten. I had my first crush in kindergarten, so I can't speak for nobody else.
Crush? At 5? Well, I can believe that because they haven't met the daycare. And I'm like, oh, we all cousins in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is not your girlfriend. That's your cousin.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what has been the biggest struggle for you in the transition, in the I'm going to live my life as a woman? What has been the biggest hurdle for you in the transition?
My biggest hurdle has been throughout my relationships, like throughout my adolescence up into my adulthood. My relationships that I experienced, I just wasn't able to have a regular relationship like any other teenager or young adult. You know how you would meet a person, get to know them, then you want them to meet your mama or your daddy or your brothers and your sisters. I never had that experience because I was always, as for this my relationship, it was outcasted away from anything that I had going on family wise, related wise. It was outcasted.
Okay. So surely you know, as your platform expands, as your name grows, as you become and walk in your purpose wholeheartedly, confidently, securely, as you begin to do that, other people are going to see you. And whether you choose to be or not, you carry the weight of being a symbol, a role for some other young man
person,
or little
yeah.
boy to look at and see. And it's a heavy thing to carry.
Heavy
To tell somebody, I love God,
Yeah.
but I struggle within myself, with my flesh, like everyone else. And I think it's important for you to continue allowing people to see the authentic you and how much you love God, and allow God to fight your battles. And I know that God will bring clarity to you. And as you get clarity, you will be able to be a better version of yourself, who in turns is a better role for other people who have the same struggle or experiencing the same struggles. Or I may be a mother who's listening to Tonie right now. You know what I'm saying? And say, oh my God, I never thought about that dynamic. My daughter is gay, and I told her she couldn't bring another lady, a girl here, or my son is gay. And I said, don't bring anybody here.
It's like, even as I'm right now, like the Lord just talking to me, it's giving me purpose. I'm getting my purpose as I'm sitting here, but it's like, Lord, I don't want to do that. I don't want that blood on my hand. I don't want to be the one who, but it's like, this is your purpose. I'm showing you your purpose. You say you don't know your purpose. So I'm trying to show you, but it's like, I don't know.
So here's the thing. Now, I'll be the first to say, when my baby's at the daycare, I don't teach them about man and woman.
Right.
So I'm not going to teach them about woman and woman or man and man. I teach them about the love of God and Jesus Christ, right? I teach them that because I think that's what's important. And if they seek God, all of the other stuff as they go through life,
Gonna come.
they will know they have the foundation and, of my relationship, my personal relationship with God. Because when in prayer, I say, that's just you talking to God, right? So when I say the role, whether you want to be or not, you're going to be seen. So if you're going to be seen, the message needs to be positive. Right?
Yeah.
The message doesn't need to be where somebody gets to slander you even more.
Yeah.
Defame you even more. They need to say, okay, I might not agree with the lifestyle that Tonie's living, but let me tell you one thing. That's what the talk needs to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
See, I never had that. See, if I had that in a mother, or if I had that in a father to build my confidence up, I would be where I'm supposed to be at by today. But see, as black parents, it's instilled in them to teach your child who live like me to hate themselves. So it's just, it'll all unfold in due time, I guess.
It will.
Everybody have a purpose, and And now I feel like your purpose is to let me know who I am, because in my identity crisis right now, I'm really trying to really remember who I was. Before this, a lot happened in this last year. This last year has been a lot.
And it's the beginning. Because as you grow, the odds are bigger.
Yeah.
You think they're huge now, they only get bigger. So in order for you to be who you are intended to be, to walk in your purpose, to be the greatest version of who you are, is to be it.
Right.
Not say in the future.
No.
Right now, in this moment.
Unapologetically.
Period. Like, it's okay to be confident. Only the people who can't relate to having things and being confident has shit to say.
Oh, you bragging or you doing too
I'm
much.
not bragging. That's my fact.
And that has humbled. I had that attitude at one point. Having the wrong people in your surroundings. It could be having the wrong family members around you. Even being in the wrong relationship. A person could, they could taint the way you think about yourself. Oh, you think you too much. Oh, why you can't go in the club? Why you feel like you gotta have your hair done, your nails done, and your makeup done to go in the club? So then I would bring myself down to fit the people that I'm around, because when we walking in the club, I might get more attention than them, and they don't like that. So therefore, I gotta
down ever better. When your bank account go down, no ma'am, no sir, we like it to go up. Anything is no. Yeah. Don't ever. And that's a part of being in a village, having your tribe, having the people against all odds, where you can be in a vulnerable place and also have your cheerleaders and have accountability. Yeah. So my friend, our friend, you have different friends who serve different purposes, right? Yeah. So if I want to get about it, something going on, I want to get hood and ratchet with it, I'm calling Nicole. Yeah. Girl, let me tell this bitch, where they at, friend? That's all she want to know. What we doing, ready. Friend? She ready, right? So then I have my other friend, Latrice. She be like, well, turn to open your word and let's go to Matthew chapter. And we going to pray about it, friend. She's the logical, rational one, and she's going to bring me from 10 back down, right? So if I want to be about it and be ratchet in that moment, because we all do want to vent and act a fool and do all this and that, I don't call Trees first. I call her after I call Nicole or something, right? Because those two people in my life, I love them dearly. They're my best friends, but their purposes in my life, Nicole is a prayer warrior too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to call Nicole because me and her, we going to nook if you book, right? That's what we're going to do. But Trees, she'll nook too, don't get me wrong. But her first instinct is to, calm Calandra down and bring her down and hold me accountable for my actions. Right. And so we all have to have people in our lives who hold you accountable for your actions. Like, wait a minute now, you can lose this, and that if you make the choice to do this. Yeah. Right? One bad choice, and I am a witness to that. I've a testimony. I've lived through bad choices. Yeah. So moving forward, you got to change your scenery. You have to change your scenery. And they talk already. They say I've been in your comments, and I was like, remember when I told you, I say, don't read your comments? And he's like, they do that all the time. And I'm like, how do you handle that? Do you still read the comments? You still read them?
No.
Because, oh my God, evil people, mean people.
I'm the kind of person, I feel like it's nothing that the world could throw at me. Like, when it comes down to the comments and people in the comments in the world, like, it's nothing that the world could tell me to break me. Like, it's nothing that in today's time, I done been through so much, and I feel like my mom and my daddy did me the worst. So it's like, it's nothing that a person outside of my house could do to hurt me. Like, if anything, it'll make me mad, probably have me sitting in jail.
Can we have a conversation about that right quick? And I don't want to go deep, but I've heard you say several times, my mother and my dad. So when did you tell your mom, or did she just know that you were, as the older people say, different?
She knew. She said she didn't, but she knew. My dad knew too also.
And so at that point, you weren't embraced?
No. I'm still not embraced. with all that I have going on, with the spotlight that I've had on me the last 15 years, because I've been bigger than what I am now. I've been way more noticed than what I am now at times, and it was never that. It was never that. It was more so. I know I made a big mistake, and I know that this child was supposed to be more than what or she's supposed to be, and I'd rather just stay away than to acknowledge the fact that I messed up and pick up wherever she's at now.
Have you tried therapy?
Huh?
Have you tried therapy with your mom?
My mama not gonna go to therapy.
Have you tried?
No, my brother has.
So can you believe that God can do all things and say that? Like, I do believe it's worth a try.
I believe that it's worth a try, but she's not gonna go. I'm not the only child that wanted to bring her to therapy. And with each one of us battle with our own what we battle with, and I know she's not gonna go.
Okay.
Black mothers are hung up on I did the best I could and ain't nobody give me a layout. Yeah, all that is true, but I feel like once your child reaches a certain milestone in life and they tell you that it was a problem or it was something that you did, I feel like the most you should do is acknowledge it and at least try to hear them out.
As a mother, I don't know. I can't say that that's just how it goes.
Right.
Because as much as I love my daughter, the place that we are in now wasn't always the place we've been in, right? We were just butting heads, right?
And my sisters, they'll give her the excuse of, oh, that's just how mommy is. You know how she is. She's stuck in her ways. All that may be true, but that still don't make it right.
I agree with that.
They don't make it right. It takes a person it all goes back to me to education. It all goes back to me just to, once you educate yourself and you get to know something, it'll open your mind up and then you'll be able to hear and understand from my perspective better,
So, for a moment, I want you to talk to her. Mm-hmm. Act like I'm her. And tell me what you want to say. Purge yourself of that. What do you want from me, Tonie? What do you want me to do? How do you want me to love you?
I just always wanted for my mama to let me know.
Talk to me. Tell me. I'm her.
Okay.
So I'm asking you the question. I don't know. I did the best that I could. I just am the way that I am. So how do you want me to love you? What does that look like to you? Like, I'm doing the best that I can. I don't know what you want me to do.
I just wanted her to embrace me more. Just make me feel the way you made your other kids feel. Make me know that I'm what they are. We all came from the same place. I'm no different than the other four. I'm no less than the other four. Talk about me to your friends the way you talk about the rest of your kids to your friends. When people bring me up, don't shy away from the conversation like you do normally, or just try not to act embarrassed of me.
That's it.
You don't
want to.
But once I get to where I'm going, I know for a fact her whole presentation is going to change. But by the end, the way my heart's set up, I'm a Pisces. So it's like once I've been hurt, and now that you see that you was wrong, I'm not going to even want to acknowledge it.
Because God, what if God felt that way about you?
I mean, he would
heal and heal and heal.
Yeah, he do say forgive. But that's probably why I haven't got where I'm supposed to be yet, because the grudges that I have towards my mama and my daddy, the Lord has constantly showed me that. But how do you forgive that?
So, I can't say that I understand, because my mother is my rock. Like,
and I want to be able to say that. I want to be able to say that my mama is my best friend.
I have a husband, but my mama goes hard for me, right? And one day, I want my baby to say, my seed to say, my daughter to say, my mother goes hard for me, because I do, and I will. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, every time. But I know in my heart. So I know what you're saying you're missing. But I'm saying when you are a parent, you don't know. Like, in your mind, you're like, oh, she should know better. She should. But honestly, some of the things that I was doing wrong with my daughter, I didn't know it until she told me. And initially, when she told me, I didn't accept it. Bullshit. I have done this. I have done that. How in the hell you gonna say this and say that? Right. So I'm not making an excuse for her, but I'm saying extend the grace. As many times, because every day you wake up, you have a new one.
How do I extend grace to somebody who, okay, When I wake up and I'm headed out the door to school, you don't know what I go through at school or what I deal with outside of when I walk outside of your door. So when I come home from school or before I go, that should be the most comfortable place for me in the world.
I agree.
I should not feel comfortable at nobody else's house but my mom's before or after school. I don't even want to stay under the same roof as you as a child. If a child is running away from home, it's a problem inside of their home. A child.
I agree. And I'm not making excuses because, I don't know all of the ins and the outs of that.
Because she might not, my mom would never acknowledge the problems. Like, she would never say, oh, well, why was you running away? A person is not going to just run away for nothing. If you got everything you need at your house and you...
Shit, I left because I couldn't go to
a girl,
party.
that's different. Well, I'm a girl too, but at that age, girls and boys in their adolescent years be on different tracks. I wasn't on, like, sexually, I didn't become sexually active until I was 18 by choice. Choice-wise, I didn't become sexually active to then. Sex wasn't on my mind then. It's for this to be running away from home for it.
Yeah. I just want you to continue to extend the grace every day because we don't know. You and your journey may be what it is for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe not. You may never have the satisfaction of feeling the safe place in your mom. You know what I'm saying? You may not get that as long as you know you have it in God, right? And I understand the desire to want that. But I'm saying let's not throw it away. Right. Let's not say when I get to wherever place I'm going, I could tell you now I'm a Pisces. Pisces, what they got to do with the grace?
It never hit the way it would have hit when I needed it.
You don't know that. You really don't know.
I know, Calandra, because I'm becoming a beautiful person. Like, me,
and
myself.
A beautiful person wouldn't love their mama?
It's not that I don't love her. It's just I don't like pity. And I feel like me, I don't have a kid, but I know that if I had one, it's nothing in the world I wouldn't do to make sure they safe. That's mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm going to build them up on a daily. When you get up, you're the most beautiful person in the world. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing different.
Correct.
When you go out here to school, come back home, let me know how your day was at school, Did you get bullied? Did you get talked to? Did you get teased? But I don't get that. I get bullied at home and I get bullied at school just from who I am.
So was it different with the other kids, or did everybody get the blanket? Everybody was under the same spell in the house. So she treated everyone the same, or did you come home and she asked your brother, how was your day today? But didn't ask you? Or did she just not ask anybody?
No, she was just a stiff mom, period, all the way around the board when it came down to, making sure we came up the right way. She was stiff. She was the Bible mom. So I want to say that I was mistreated other than the other ones I'm talking about emotionally, and it's for this my lifestyle that she seen as a young boy. She didn't like it. So instead of you seeking guidance on how to deal with these, you was just stuck in living strictly out of a book.
Correct.
So if God don't like you, I hate you. Not necessarily expressing hate, but you letting me know that you don't too much really care for me. You love me because I'm your child. But that's as far as it goes.
That's painful. So,
and I'm trying to be, because I know she probably gonna see it, and I'm trying not to be I'm trying not to give her a harsh insight on what I'm saying. She was a good mom. She was a Bible mom, and that's all I can say. You was a Bible mom.
And you love your mother, and you want the love reciprocated. You want the hugs of your mom. You want the conversations of your mom. I know if all this fails in my life, I have my mother. Who does not want that? We all want that. Doesn't make, because when Yanni and I were on the outs, I didn't feel like I was a bad mom. We didn't agree at the time, but I still didn't think I did what I knew to do at that age and at that time in my life. That's what I'm saying. But 53-year-old me would have a different answer than 28-year-old.
Yeah, you done try to do better to understand your child. You done put effort into trying to love your children the right way after seeing something go wrong. You didn't just shut the door and just shy away and hide away. You didn't do that. And to basically say, excuse my French, but fuck, how you feel and fuck how everybody else feel.
That's American.
Oh, American, my bad. But just... You don't exclude everybody else's feelings just because you don't understand it.
So, and that's why it's important for the viewers of this show. Like, why do I want you here? For so many reasons. For therapy for you, to be able to express yourself.
And she would say that, hold up, she would say that I'm looking for attention. I am. I'm looking for the same attention I was looking for as a child. My sister tell me, oh, Tony just looking for attention. I just tell, I am. I'm looking for the same attention that I should have received then. And at this age, I wouldn't be looking for it.
Well, I love you.
I love you too.
And I will give you all the attention and probably too much, because when you get on there and act a fool again, I'm going to call your ass.
Because you go on and on and on and on.
Yes,
and on.
I will. And because other people are looking at you. So some people are going to view this podcast from not your eyes, but from your mother's eyes. And be like, oh my God. And be able to relate and want to do better by their
children.
child.
Yeah.
So that is a major impact that you can make. What are the impacts would you like to make in the community? What do you want to see changed, manifested, or whatever, just by you? What
I
is
want
it that
to
you
be
can do?
able to let the younger me, the younger me's in my community, the younger little boys, little girls, or however they want to identify, I want them to be able to see me go through what they go through and get to where I'm going and say, I want to do that. I want to be that. I want to be next. I want to do what Tony did.
Because if Tony did it,
I could do it.
I can do it. So that's good.
And I don't want to give them I'm done giving them a bad image, a bad something to look up to, a bad role model to look up to. I want to give them something positive to look up to.
Because people are watching you. They are watching you. Not everybody is a hater. Some people are silent. Some people are watching you and they don't want to be known that they're watching, right? But they're watching. Like, I don't comment on your page, but I go and scroll and look and see, right? So they have those people out there, and everyone doing that is not a hater. And I just want you, number one, to embrace who you are. Keep extending grace. Keep loving, having a good heart like you have a good heart.
And that's what I want you to pray for me, that I keep the heart that I have, because throughout my experiences, I feel it changing, and I don't want it to change. I want to be me, but it's life. The world is so cold, so well, you can't be yourself these days.
You can. You got.
It's about who you have around you. Yeah.
So look, now in Alaska, it's what? It's cold, right?
Below zero.
So, but when you go to the Bahamas, it's what? All about location, location, location. Right. So where you position yourself has everything to do with how you become successful in achieving the goals that you want to have. Right. It's going to be hard to change your mindset if you're continually around the same people.
Yep.
In the same place. When you can just change your location and you will attract your tribe. There are people out there who admire you. There are people for your strength, your courage to come out and say, I love God and I'm transitioning. Some people don't think that's possible. But now someone can see a real side and a real version of who Tony is. Right. You know, and that's who we want everyone to see. Against all odds.
And I'm just proud of myself. I just want to say that for me.
Good.
Like, I'm proud of me. Like, I've been through, like, my surroundings. Like you say, the stuff that I see. I'm not supposed to be sitting right here. I'm supposed to really be on drugs somewhere, sleeping under a bridge or dead. And I chose to continue to keep trying and trying. Thank God I never done no drugs. Thank God I'm not dead.
Thank God you're not, Lazarus.
I'm still trying, because I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here for the blessings that the Lord have for me. And the more people try to make me think I'm less, I know I'm strong. Mind-wise, anyway.
Absolutely.
Even my emotions, I have not been the crybaby that I used to be. I want to cry now, but like I say, the world got a way of changing your heart, and I don't want my heart to change.
Don't allow it to change your heart. Change the world. Don't allow the world to change you. And we're going to leave on that note, y'all, because I have enjoyed you. I love you. Always going to be here. And so we have.
And I know your love is genuine. Like, that's why when you call me, it'll never be no. When you call, I will come. Like, because your love is genuine. You're beautiful. I thank you.
Thank you, child. Thank you. But thank you for last minute, doing this. Tony and I will be coming back with some big announcements later. So today we'll just leave y'all with this thing keep want to pop open. I don't know why somebody keep wanting to. I done gained 5 pounds, y'all. 10 pounds or something or whatever. We finna let it be what it be. We at the end of the show. I appreciate you all. We have concluded our second episode. Yay.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Tonie. And so I'm gonna give you the same advice I just told. If it's not working, change your location. Change your location. Y'all have a good one. We love you. And until next week, we're out.